Welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. This is episode 865. And I have to say, there is an interesting phenomenon regarding when I finish a group of penny rolls. It's almost like a relief, you know. I like setting. No, you know what? Maybe I don't like setting. Maybe that's not true. Maybe that's why it's a relief. Maybe I don't like setting goals for myself. You know what I mean? Like, I prefer not to be challenged. Oh, wow, this is looks like a lot of copper, or it's a lot of dirty zinc. I can't tell exactly. Let me take out the dirty ones, the really dirty ones. I don't know if that is copper or not. Is it copper? If they're copper, I'll keep them. If not, I'm going to throw them out. 83. There's some real bangers in here. Real dirty suckers. And yeah, I'm gonna throw those out. I won't put them into a penny roll or anything like that. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense. All right, so I'll keep them on the side. We'll see, maybe if I look at them or not. I'll keep them there. Yeah, I guess, you know, I don't know. I don't want to make up I don't like making excuses. I don't like hearing excuses from other people, so I try not to do it myself, you know. Um, and whether or not I'm lazy, I don't know. I mean, I got 9 years of college. You know, I worked my whole life. I've been working since I worked my first on the books job, 14 years old. Burger King. Shout out to anybody who remembers. Oh, look at this sucker. Shout out to anybody who remembers Burger King on 10th Street and 5th Avenue in Brooklyn, Park Slope, Brooklyn. In the 80s, it closed down, I believe, in the early 90s or late 80s. And I was 14 years old, and it was my first job, you know. So I've been working since 14 on the books. That's a beauty. That's an absolute stunner. Look how thick that BER is. Let me look at that under the loop real quick. I mean, it looks like ridiculously thick. Huh. Let me look at the other ones. All right, so I'm gonna say no to the extra thickness. I mean, it could be, especially that B, but I don't like the way the separation looks. Like, I really kind of want to see something that gives me the sensation of an FS. Like, there's a certain feeling you get when you see an FS. Like, oh yeah, like you know when you know. And if I don't get that feeling, then I'm not gonna stick with it. You know, I'll just put it back into the penny roll, send it back. So, well, I mean, I worked at 14 at Burger King, not because I wanted to. I mean, not that I minded it so much, cut pay number 2, but because I had to, you know. My parents bought me clothes once a year, twice a year, excuse me. They bought me summer clothes. Well, my mother did. My father didn't buy me anything ever, really. Um, Not really. I mean, maybe when I was a little kid. But my mother bought me clothes twice a year. She bought me uh, some summer clothes, a few pairs of shorts, and then in the school time, the end of the summer, she bought me school clothes, and that was it. Cop pay number 3. That's another nice one. Cop pay number 4, if you want to include that, 82. So it's not that I don't want to work. It's just that I've always had to work, and I had to work because you know, 3 pairs of shorts for your whole friggin' summer isn't if you're a teenager, that's not that means every 3 days you have to wash. It was crazy, and I had to. I mean, I guess some people had it worse. I guess I don't know. I saw people on welfare though that they had new clothes all the time. My parents both were college educated, and I didn't have I had anyway. I had to put cardboard in my sneakers one year. I remember because I had holes in my sneakers. True story. So so anyway, when I went into a whole different world right there, right? When I get the coins and a bunch of rolls, and I say, "Oh yeah, this is what I'm gonna do for the next week." It's like a chore, It's like I set this goal for me, and it's a chore, and it's like okay. So when I'm done with it, I feel a kind of relief. That's copy number 6. I told you there was a bunch of copper in this penny roll. So it was a kind no, 281 Ds in a row. You know what? Let me check. Let me check these pennies for that one looks like it might be a double die. Double die. A repunchment mark. I mean, it has a little line on the bottom of the D, so I'm not gonna go with the whole. I'm gonna say neither. None of them are worth keeping. I guess is what I would say. This one here on the bottom looks like it might have. It even looks like it might have some lamination, something with it. But we got two of them. Two of them. Of them. So I get a little excited when I start something different again, and it's that's the cycle, right? Another 66, and it's the second 66. We had two 66s. Where's the other 66? There it goes. That was a nice. The first one was a really really nice one. I'll put those together too. I might do for my short videos. I might do doubles if I have enough coins to do it. And I feel like this is two 1980s. So, yep. Here goes the first one. 1980, 1980. A lot of copper. 74. And I kind of like, the whole no, oh, that's a beauty. No, I don't want to say no rules, but no expectations. You know what I mean? I kind of like that no expectations thing. Like free to do what I want, freedom to do what I want. I kind of like that. And, the penny roll hunting gives me that opportunity to do that. It's like, oh, just pick a roll of pennies and let's see where it goes today. We have an 81 here. Yeah, we have two 81s. It's the roll of doubles. The roll of doubles. Oh, that's a beauty. That's an absolute stunner. That's our first shiny shield. 79. I don't think we found the 79. I don't think we did. We got a 60. We only found 168. 66, 81. Wait. Oh, 81 and 81D and 80. Wow. 66, 68, 64, 79. 274s? No. 64. 64, 74. Okay. So it's funny that we took out all those. Oh, it's just damage, right? But it's pretty cool, though. Pretty cool looking damage. It almost looks like hair coming out of the front of his head. And a 2017P. Yeah, that's how I prefer to do things. I mean, my life's not like that, right? We got bills to pay, and if you don't make the money, you can't pay the bills. So if you can't pay the bills, then you have a lot of problems in your personal life, you know? And nobody wants that. 74, 274s. Where's the other one? This has to be it. Yep. 74. 74. Wow, the twos. And there's more. I already see there's more copper pennies there. Or at least one more. 98, no white AM. But it's just interesting the way, even on such a small, insignificant level like pennies and penny roll hunting, you can see a person's psychology come out, you know? I find that interesting. Little introspection, right? Introspection was a form of came out in the 60s or 70s, that whole movement, post psychoanalytics. 98, no white AM. Psychoanalyzation. They stopped doing, I mean, they still do psychoanalysis today, but it's very long term. Insurances don't want to cover it, you know. They want you in, they want you out. So they started to figure out other form. But anyway, introspection was I think 60s, 70s, and it was kind of where you would almost do like what I'm doing now, like talk. You would talk to yourself, and you would kind of like figure things out. Imagine that. Imagine that, figuring things out on your own. Whoa. What a unique concept. You know, nothing wrong with asking for help, you know, but if you're always asking for help, then that's a problem. You know what I mean? If you're never trying to figure things out on your own, that's a problem. Balance, right? Balance. That's what you want in life, is balance. Too much of anything's no good. Too little of anything's no good. Balance. Hope you enjoyed that video. We found, do we have 10 even with the doubles? Because these are all doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, hold on. There's 5 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doubles. Then we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 we still have 10 coins for the short videos. Then we got these. I don't know. I'm not going to keep them. When they get all that corrosion on them, it starts to come off. It gets on my desk, like the grit. Even though I clean my desk every day, but it's just a little bit too much. God bless. Don't forget Jesus loves you. And I'll see you in the next one.